If you're looking for a crisp, clear sound from a wireless saxophone mic that also won't break the bank, check out my review of the new XVive U7 Saxophone Wireless System. Donna here from Donna Schwartz Music, where I help improvising saxophone players create original solos and play with true freedom. XVive has been specializing in wireless technology for over 10 years now, and their products are well regarded in the market. I happen to use their receiver and transmitter from their in-ear monitor system right over here. This is durable, it's reliable, and it's easy to use. The same holds true for the new U7 Saxophone Wireless System. Now this system, it's not just for saxophones. You see it's written here, saxophone and trumpet. So it's also built for trumpet and all the brass instruments as well. Out of the box, you get this system in this nice compact case. And here's the thing I need to point out. Unlike the Nux B6, okay, which is really compact, this U7 case does not charge the wireless system. All right, the Nux does, but the U7 does not have that feature on here. Now, that would be incredible if they were able to add this in a future iteration of this product. It's not a deal breaker, though, because the battery life on this is really good. They say that the battery life is 5 hours. And when I was performing on a recent gig, I was relying on that because it was a very long gig. So I was relying on that. And by the end of the gig, the sound was still strong. There was no breakage in the sound. Okay, so here's the case for the XVive U7. It's pretty sturdy, it's pretty solid, it's light. I wouldn't put something very heavy on this because you could see I can kind of push into this. So you just have to be wary of that. Okay, I'm going to turn this way. I'm going to open it up. And let me do this side first. Okay, so on this side, we have the instructions that are really easy to follow. Okay, so that's one. We have the USB charging cable. So the transmitter and the receiver can be charged with this one cable, just a USB, all right? And then these are USB-C that fit into the transmitter and the receiver. Next, we have an extra windscreen. Actually, two things over here. You see the black one, and then you see the furry one, okay, if you're in a really windy situation. And then there's some other paperwork in here as well. So now on this side, this is the side you're more interested in. Okay, so on this side, what do we have? We've got the receiver, we've got the transmitter, we have the clip, the thumb clip, and then we have the gooseneck and the supercardioid microphone. Let's go through each of the pieces. So I'm going to start with the receiver. This is an XLR out, so it's not a quarter inch, it's an XLR out, which to me is more stable. I like that. I think that's great. You don't need a mic cable. That's also really awesome. That makes this so portable. All right, you just have to make sure that you charge it along with the transmitter. Just show these things, the USB-C things over here. Okay, so now on the receiver, there's a couple of things over here. You have the power button, and then you have the channels. So I'm just going to put the power button on here just for a second. I know it's charged. It's showing blue, which is good. Okay, and it's going to show something else when it's charged, and I place this into my audio interface or in a PA. But I just wanted to show you this over here. Another thing that distinguishes the U7, the XVive U7 from the Nux, is that you have 6 channels to choose from. Why is that important? If you're playing in a band where a lot of people have wireless mics, whether it's vocals, whether it's guitar, saxophone, or whatever, you may have some interference. You may need the option to have other channels. Okay, I'm going to talk about how to pair these two together. Okay, so that's a really big benefit for sure. All right, let me shut the power off. Let me go to the transmitter. Really small, really light. All right, and the microphone's going to hook up into here. But let me show you how to put this on. So I just go to the power button. I hold it on for a couple of seconds until I see that blue light. Now this blue light is along a little strip over here that indicates the channel that you're using. So if I put the receiver on again, right at the top is channel 1. This is channel 1. If I'm having a problem with channel 1, I'm getting interference, I'm going to click this button to go to channel 2. I'm going to click the channel button to go to channel 2 here. If I need channel 3, I'm going to do that. You get the idea. Okay, so I'm going to get this back to 1 because I found for me, right out of the box, after I charged it, channel 1 worked perfect. Okay, so we've got these 2 items. Let me deal with the clip. So, a couple of things. This clip really feels nice on the thumb. It feels really good. This moves easily. It's solid, but it moves really easily. Couple of cons, okay? Couple of points that, you know, I hope in a future iteration, number 1, that the clip would somehow be attached to the transmitter. It just makes it easier. It's one less piece to lose. Okay, I'm just saying that. So hopefully a future iteration, they may do that. So how do I attach the clip to the transmitter? All right, well, right in the back over here, I want to line up this groove over here. Really simple. Okay, so I'm just going to slide it up. It's going to feel snug. And that's good because you want this to be solid. But at the end of the night, when you're done with the gig, the one thing you don't want to do is have your thumb or your palm over here when you're pulling this out. The reason why, and let me pull this out the right way. I don't want any hand or fingers over here. I'm just going to pull this out this way. You need a little elbow grease to get this out because it is snug. And because this is really sharp, that hurts. And I know because I cut my hand when I used this the other day, okay? So that's one con for me. I really wish that there was some kind of clip. I love the thumb part of this, but maybe just another type of clip. Extend this transmitter a little bit and have some kind of clip that's going to go on the horn. That would just feel really much better. Anyway, I'm going to put the clip back on. And now the next step is going to be to attach the gooseneck, which is solid, okay? And you also have the super cardioid mic. Okay, so this is pretty flexible over here, but it is solid. I like the fact that this is super cardioid. And here's the reason why. I find with some wireless units, the key noise is ridiculous because the mic is picking up so much of that noise. The one big thing about the XVive U7 compared to the Nux B6, you don't hear the key noise. Okay, really super important. So you're capturing the sound of your saxophone or your trumpet, because again, you can use this for brass instruments. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in, I'm going to snap it in, and then I want to tighten this gold screw over here. I'm going to tighten it quite a bit, and then what I want to do, since the horn is going to be attaching from here, I want to move the microphone over here. Okay, and then I'm just going to tighten this up. Tighten it up all the way. And then this will just clip on the bell. This is light, but it is solid. It's not going to go blowing off your bell. It's not going to go falling off either. This is really solid. The next step is going to be to put the receiver, and I'm going to shut the receiver off right now. I'm going to put the receiver, I'm going to hook it up into my Focusrite, Scarlett Focusrite 2i2. Again, this is an XLR out, so it's going to simply go in here. Now I'm going to put the power on. And now you see something else happening here. You see a green indicator light. I'm charged. You could see this from far away too. That's another really big bonus over here. So I'm going to put this over here. This is powered on already. It's got the blue light. Now I want to say this too. If this light over here is solid red, you have between 11 and 30% charge left. If this light is flickering red, you have less than 10% charge left. So you got to get out that USB cable and you've got to charge this stuff up, but you're gonna lose your sound. Okay, so we want that to be green. And there's no mic cable. You don't need a mic cable, which is great. So again, all you have to do is put this on your sax. You have a 90-foot range with this. So that's a really good distance to be able to use this. And like I mentioned before, this is really light, really easy to put on, really simple. And I think this is just a really great setup. All right, so I'm going to hook up the XVive U7 to my Scarlett 2i2 audio interface and just play a little. I'm going to start off with no reverb. I really like the way this mic sounds. As I mentioned before, it's a super cardioid, so you're cutting out all that extraneous noise like key noise or noise from breathing. That's a huge advantage over many other microphones. Now, I'm definitely using this mic for future gigs. I think it's well worth the value. It sounds terrific. There are links to buy the XVive U7 in the description below, and at the time that I'm shooting this video, this wireless system only costs around $220 US money. If you have questions, I'm going to suggest that you contact XVive directly. That link is also in the description below. I really hope that this video answered your questions about the XVive U7 Saxophone Wireless System. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Have an awesome day.